Unrivaled Diesel, and today we're installing some Keating Machine billet freeze plugs on the 07 Dodge here. All right, so we're back working on the truck again. If you saw the last episode, you'll see that we actually fixed the AC on it, which is super good because it is now like 100 degrees here in Texas. But today we're actually going to be doing some much needed upgrades. And this upgrade comes in the form of some billet freeze plugs. So as you know, once you get into the higher RPMs and higher horsepowers with these 5.9 trucks, you can blow a freeze plug out and lose all your coolant. So definitely don't want to do that. I actually already replaced the front one on the engine. I'll show you that here in a bit. But today we're just doing the ones on the side where the exhaust manifold is. So since we're working on the one on the side with the turbo, I kind of have a weird issue with the EGT probe, so I'm going to be kind of figuring that out. Also, I'm going to be putting on another turbo blanket from Amazon, same one. The last one, I had a leak from my from the turbo oil feed line, and so it got that thing totally covered in oil and it was just smoking a bunch, and so it ruined it. So I got another one, so we're going to be putting that on the turbo. Of course we got that oil leak fixed. So yeah, we're going to be getting that done. And then also, fun little fact here, we got some LM Diesel business cards, which is kind of cool. So I hope to hand these out to some of y'all at UCC if y'all are going to be there. So we're just going to keep working on this truck, hopefully getting a lot of stuff done for UCC. Just ordered the 4-inch exhaust for the truck, so that's going to be really nice. It's got a 5-inch right now, but it should be a little, I'm hoping it'll perform the same, but it'll be a little bit quieter because it's going to be like a 14-hour drive to get there. But anyway, let's get the hood popped and kind of show y'all what we're working with. All right, let's get this bad boy popped. Make sure it doesn't hit nothing. Basically, these freeze plugs are underneath the turbo here. So I'm actually gonna probably take this turbo apart a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna take this inner fender liner out as well. And I think that'll help to give me some room on what we're working with here. So let's get started. Okay, so to start, I want to throw actually to a shot of us replacing the freeze plug that's on the front of the motor. We did that at Chris's shop, so let me bounce over to that. So now we just need to get that cover on and also do this billet front freeze plug.
Fan hub thingy.
And you want to put it in a way that the fan hub does not sit flush.
Oh, wait, it's supposed to sit flush? It's not supposed to sit flush.
Supposed to sit in there. Ah, okay.
Chris
So
was showing it up there a second ago.
just like that. Jake can do it. All right.
Yeah, the fan hub
Hold
holds
in
it.
there, Jake. Hang on.
Do you? Okay. I was like, you don't just set it in there. There's no way.
Pretty much you do. The fan hub holds that in. You bolt the fan hub on. It's just an O-ring.
Yeah, hang on, take it out.
Double check here. Make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure it's good and clean.
Most of the time you just put the funnel right here to fill it up with grout, but you know, that's a joke. You can laugh.
Filled block life.
Filled block
Oh, to
life.
fill the life, fill the block.
It won't ever streak. You're right.
That's actually not what we do. But if you want to try it, go for it.
You're right, Jake. You're right. That's exactly how you word it.
It's actually not what we do.
Yeah,
We fill it.
how we do it. Yeah, uh-huh.
This is how we do it.
No. Y'all don't know that movie.
Shiny parts are always nice to have. Even if you never see them.
Even if you never see it.
Even if you never
But
see
you
them.
know that they're there, so
But you know that
that's
you're
all
there.
that counts, right?
That's part of it, right?
You know, it's like, ooh, I got the shiny shine. That's all that matters.
Hit 26. Say what? It's a Laramie.
Okay, so we're back, and now we got the compressor side of the turbo out as well as the pipe, and gives us some room. And then we also got our inner fender liner out as well. So you'll see we got freeze plug. We got 3 right here we're replacing. 1 here, 1 there, and then 1 back there. So these shouldn't be too difficult to get out. So let's get on it. All right, so got the first one out. And I kind of made a mistake on this one. It took me a while to get out. And the mistake is you'll notice this little lip right here. So you can't hammer on this side. Well, you can imagine what side I was hammering on this side. So hammered on this side, all came out easy. So I don't know how it is on the rest of these, but I'm gonna set the camera up on a time lapse and see if I can't get it out. It should come pretty easy. You just gotta find like one side and just tap through. So let's give it a shot. So we got them out, as you can see. Quick note on getting them out. I don't think you have to do this, but definitely taking the inner fender liner out makes a big difference. Then I also took out the shock tower as well. That just gave me a little bit more room. But yeah, so here's the freeze plugs here. And I'd say it's, at least on this engine, this is an 07 5.9. It's very important that when you go to hammer these out, you hammer on the left side. The right side has a little bit of like a groove on it, you can kind of see right there. And so if you hammer on the right side, it's going to be a lot more difficult. And that was the issue I ran into on the first one because I didn't know. So I was sitting there hammering and hammering. I'm like, man, this thing is not wanting to come out. Switch sides, and it came out. So yeah. So next, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get this area cleaned up, and then we'll start installing our new freeze plugs. We got our first freeze plug in there. Man, that thing looks really good. But yeah, a couple tips for putting it in. Obviously, you want to make sure the holes are cleaned out. And then I went ahead and you just go ahead and attach the back first, right? The back bar here that locks it in place. So go ahead and attach that first. Get you a little bit of lube up this O-ring. And then you can actually kind of like set it in, push it in, and then tighten it. So we're going to switch over to the GoPro and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Okay, so we got our Allen here to tighten. This is our number 5 Allen. And then here is our freeze plug. I'll kind of show y'all how I get it in. So you just have your back kind of already attached, right? Kind of slide it down in there like so. And then you'll just push it in. And then grab your Allen and tighten her up. So pretty simple. Right. And there's a freeze plug installed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the last one in and start to put everything back together. All right, guys, I'm psyched. All 3 freeze plugs have been installed and they look great. Yeah, so I'm gonna start putting the truck back together. But last thing to note though, is that there is a final freeze plug that is on the back of the motor. And I think I'm gonna do a separate video on this, but this is it, right? But this is gonna be part of my coolant bypass kit, as you can see. But I'm waiting on an O-ring for this. So I'm gonna end up installing that probably sometime next week. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it all back together and check back with y'all. All right, so we're gonna get our turbo blanket on and hopefully get these engine bay temps down. So let's throw it on there and keep putting it back together. All right, so we got everything in. We're just gonna do a little bit of a pull here to make sure it all holds. So yeah, we're in tune 4 right now. Nobody's coming. Let's see how happy she is. Got sideways pretty good there. Got her warmed up pretty good. So let's pull in and see if she still holds good. All right, so we're back, and we're gonna check here, see how everything's still holding good. Yeah, so pro tip, whenever you put everything back together, just make sure that you leave this inner finer liner out. It makes it really easy to be able to see what you did and give those an extra tighten if you need to. And it's just a few bolts to take out. So yeah, I would just leave it out until you're completely positive that they're not leaking or anything. But yeah, all in all, man, truck's running real good. That pull was nice. It lit up pretty quick. It's nice at night, especially in the summertime, because in the summertime, these big singles do not like to light. But call me crazy, I do think the turbo blanket helps a little bit. So got that on, kind of retightened that oil line, made sure it was sealed up good so it wasn't leaking at all. You know, just double checked, make sure everything was tight. I ended up changing out an EGT probe. The one I had was getting kind of wonky on me. So changed that out. But all in all, man, truck's in good shape. All right, guys, truck runs great, and I think I'm gonna call it for this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We got no leaks on this thing. In future videos, we should be putting in that final freeze plug in the back, as well as our coolant bypass. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching this far. Have a good night. Peace.